Hey guys, my name is Sam and welcome to my channel. So today what we're going to talk about is how do you become your own boss? So let's go through how do you become an entrepreneur? So first off, obviously you got to create a business plan, all of that, but how do you even start right off the get-go? Well, the first thing is you need to think of a solution to a problem. Every single great business idea is made from a problem. Think about this. For example, let's say Credit Karma, right? So we're all familiar with the website Credit Karma. You could go on, put in your information, and you get your credit score right there. Now, the founder of Credit Karma, he actually hated the fact that he could not get his credit score. He had to go through a hard credit every single time that he wanted to know his credit score. So what did he do? He said, you know what? I'm going to make a solution to that problem. And now it's a huge company, Credit Karma. So that's obviously a larger scale, but just think, okay, if you say every single time that this happens in my life, I hate when this happens, what could be my solution? Now, if you think of a solution to a problem, people are going to be willing to pay for that. Or if people are going to be even willing to use it, because even keep in mind, Credit Karma is a free site, but they make actually their money through advertisements, through credit cards, through things of that nature. So as long as you have people that are willing to either A, buy your platform or use your platform, but how are they going to do that? Simply just because it's beneficial. And how is it beneficial? Well, it fixes one of their difficulties in life, essentially. Now, obviously, Credit Karma, that was something that was brand new, but if you even come up with an idea that is already maybe done, but you could think about a way to do it better, then that's a great business idea as well. Because if people are maybe using a site or using a product and there are some downfalls about that, and you know that you can make it maybe more effective, better in some capacity, again, that is something that people are going to pay for and people are going to want. So that is a business opportunity. All right, so now even though you might be able to think of a problem, you got to be passionate about that problem. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to want to do it. So for example, I have my own business and it's something that I am super, super passionate about. So I put all of my energy into it. Now, if I wasn't passionate about it, working 80 hours a week, I'm not going to enjoy it and I'm not going to want to do it. Now, obviously not all entrepreneurs work 80 hours a week, but at the beginning, you're going to need to start. It's going to take more time than what you think, probably. Now, I've actually heard a saying, and it's entrepreneurs are the only people that work 80 hours a week, so they don't need to work 40 hours a week, which is so freaking true. I work crazy amount of hours, so I don't have the normal 9-to-5 job. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. You got to be passionate about what you're selling, what you're doing, what your product is. If you're not passionate, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, on top of that, you need to be willing to start at the bottom. Now, what that means is, let's say you think that your hourly rate, let's say, I don't know, you're an electrician or something like that, right? And you think that your hourly rate should be, oh, I think I'm worth $100 an hour. Okay, even if the market rate is $100 an hour for whatever you do, you have no reviews online. You have nothing to stand on. How does someone know that you are going to produce a good product, a good service? You got to start low. So for example, in my business, our hourly rate is pretty high, but I had to start at just just like $10 an hour because of the fact that no one knew that I was good at what I did. So I needed to build up that reputation and work for $10 an hour. And then that allowed me to get reviews online that gave me the credibility essentially. So even though I felt like, oh, I'm definitely worth more than $10 an hour or even working minimum wage or anything like that, you need to start from the bottom. Now, even start off the bottom might mean not even being an entrepreneur. So starting at the bottom might not even mean being an entrepreneur at that point. It could mean actually working for someone else. So let's say you really want to start up some type of tech company. Maybe working for a tech company first, learn all of their ways. Because the next main point that you need to do to become an entrepreneur is to be the best in your field. Now, this leads me back to the previous point that I mentioned before, where you need to find a better way of doing something that maybe already exists, or a better way of doing something that maybe doesn't already exist. If you become the best in your field, then you're going to give the best product in your field. Therefore, people are going to want to spend the money on or use that service, use that platform, use whatever you're trying to market out to your clients. On top of that, most entrepreneurs start by working because you need to save up money typically to start a business. If you guys are interested on how to start a business with zero income at the start, definitely comment down below. I'd be happy to make a video like that as well. But just to get the overall gist of things, you typically need some capital. You need some money to even start off this business. So how are you going to do that? You can't just one day say, all right, I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to start, and where am I going to get this money? There's no way to do that. But if you say, all right, I'm going to start working at this other company, I'm going to start learning everything that they have to know about this one product, this one service, whatever you're going to do. And then you can go ahead and take that knowledge and leave that company and then bring it to your own successful company on top of that. But you got to be willing to start down. You start just with that job, or start with maybe even just an internship, something to gain that knowledge to become the expert in your field. Now, on top of that, to become an entrepreneur, you need to be able to get your word out. So right off the start building that network. Building that network is going to really help you later down the line, because if you have a network on social media or an email list, or really just anyone that you could say, hey, I have this product or this service to offer you, then later it will help you tremendously. So the moment that you say, hey, I think I want to become an entrepreneur, I would highly, highly suggest start gathering any information as possible, as well as start making a Facebook group, start making any of those different social medias that you think will help with your given product or service. All right, so that pretty much is just a brief introduction of everything that you need to do to become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna have so many more videos later down the line that explain the nitty-gritties of, like, okay, how do you collect that email list? How do you do things like that? Also, how do you even go about knowing what business you want to start? But just a quick introduction, just remember, it needs to be something, a solution to a problem. It also needs to be something that you're passionate about and something that people would be willing to pay for or essentially use. So that pretty much wraps up everything for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below, let me know, and I will be sure to see you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.